We got a question, but it isn't from a
I
fan.
got a question.
It isn't from a fan. It actually is from one of our very own co-hosts.
You know it.
Mr. Lex Bub.
Lex Bub came through in the clutch.
Go ahead, sir. Set the stage. Let's take it to the stage.
We gonna take it there. All right. My question is to both of y'all. Have you ever had a past girlfriend cheat on you?
Sheesh.
And if you did decide to stay, what was the reason?
Define girlfriend.
Girlfriend, man.
We go together.
We go together. We in a relationship.
Can is that a what is it derived from? What is the word derived
What's the
from?
right root? Is that Latin root? Girlfriend.
Can you use it as a sentence?
Bro, we trying to run a show here. Damn. So, yes, I've definitely been cheated on before. And yes, I stayed. Fuck, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud.
You want me to go first? Because I've been cheated on, and I stayed. But the reason it made me think about it was, now that I'm older, know how you think, like, why did I stay back then? And I realized for me, all the reasons were the worst reasons to stay.
Oh, go.
Please.
Oh, God. So,
Let's.
The intro.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
like, one of the reasons I stayed after she cheated on me was, well, she do clean my car and she keep it smelling good.
Damn. That's all it took?
I ain't shit.
No. I know. I'm not. No, I promise I'm not casting judgment like that. I just thought it was like, no.
It was like, because I guess for me it was always like, well, shit, she cheating, we can still be together, but now that gives me the out.
Yeah,
to cheat.
so that's what I was gonna go with. It's like, yeah, I've been cheated on, I stayed, and then just proceeded to act like a madman after that. So I don't know.
It wasn't the.
So you got
I'm
your
a
full
cheat.
toxicity back then.
Yeah.
Like you was able to open up the full bag of tricks after that.
Yeah, which doesn't feel
And
fair.
be okay.
Which doesn't feel fair because she never asked me to not be that nigga. I just assumed that it's what you do in a relationship. So I stopped.
Yeah.
And then got wind of her shit and was like, oh, we back on. You should have just said it was that. Like, I'm not tripping. But
I think we all gotta go through that phase.
that's what we
Of like thinking like what a boyfriend should be.
Yeah.
As opposed to being you.
And that's why I asked, like,
And allowing everything else to fall in place.
define girlfriend? Because definitely was my girlfriend, but then after that, in my mind, you just wanted the ones now that I just so happen to be. Because that girlfriend.
So she got downgraded.
That sounds crazy to say, but yeah. In my mind.
She got downgraded, but still occupied the same space. The title got downgraded, but she still occupied it at the same space.
Facts.
Yeah,
exactly.
that makes sense. The position changed. She got moved over. And then that place became vacant, which means you can really fuck around.
Yeah.
And keep her at the space that y'all was already in.
But once you, I don't know, bro.
It's over. It's no comeback.
It's no comeback. And then that, a lot of people can't handle the dynamic shift from that. Maybe y'all experienced that too.
That's an important part, yeah.
Because that, hey, I'm Monty's girl, attention to detail is intense. So then when you lose it, it's like, nigga, you acting different. Like, nah, fam, we on a different type of time.
She got exposed, yeah.
And I'm not mad at it, but this is where we at now. Now you got an attitude. Know what to tell you. So, yeah. God damn it, Lex. Yeah. Don't have me on here telling the truth. This is supposed to be a pod. We just supposed to say hot takes.
I got you.
Tell the truth for shit.
I got you. I'll fix it right now. Yeah, I was heartbroken. Sat in the room. I had to light candles, and I was just eating cereal all day. I was just.
You know what I have been good at. Have y'all seen the Inkwell?
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett, Lorenz Tate. That cast is loaded, and I'm missing hella people, so don't roast me.
It fucked you up because it was right after Men's Society.
Was it?
Inkwell?
They filmed that after Menace to Society? How did they make it look like that? There's no way they filmed that after Menace to Society.
Look, it went Menace to Society, and that's why everybody was fucked up because he was Old Dog, and then he went to that.
Yo.
I haven't seen Inkwell yet, so I have to watch it.
Inkwell's a classic. Is it a classic?
It's a classic. I don't give
It's like a cult. Is it a cult? Because it didn't do.
Yeah, it didn't do.
I'm gonna write that down right now. I ain't seen that one.
That's one of my.
It didn't do well, but then it and like I said, and when people saw it in the theaters, it mentally fucked them up because they saw him as Old Dog
and Jada as a completely different character. I did not know that. You just blew my fucking mind. So I remember seeing Inkwell as a kid at my godparents' house. Shout out Britt, Aisha, Enisha, godmother Michelle, godfather David. They had like one of the only big screens at the time, and I remember the whole house just like stopping to watch the Inkwell. And the scene where Lorenz goes to pick up Jay, like he's hella juicy, got a date with her, and goes to pick her up. That nigga just sitting on the porch. I remember having that moment exactly, and then it changing me forever, to where it was like, oh, that shit. I don't even understand the like actual psychology behind it, but I can't take that personal. Because if I do, nigga, I'll feel like this forever. I just don't want to feel like that. So I just made a decision.
Like after someone cheats?
Nigga, what?
Like taking it personally when somebody cheats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. It's like, can't take that personal because it'll ruin you. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I didn't realize that was kind of like the quote-unquote right way to handle it. Not to say that there's a right or wrong way, but it's like, it's not personal. Like, and then perhaps there even is some things that you were lacking in or blind to or whatever. Even if it is that, you still can't really personalize that shit, bro. Like, and then the whole ownership concept, it's like I just never got into it like that. And then that also has its that also backfires because there's some possessive part that women get off on, like that like another nigga like that's and did you realize that Steph was still getting roasted for Aisha saying she just want attention from other men?
No, I thought that was over.
That nigga, no, niggas still roasting. Is like that nigga Steph can shoot blind from 60 feet, and his woman walking around talking about she want attention from other men. So it's like that's the type of shit. It's like, bro, you be a fool to make that shit about you and that ownership shit. It's just like, yo, people are people. Outside is outside, and that jealous, possessive shit. I don't possess that part. Where it's like, that nigga got me fucked up. Man, please. Just don't have it. Like, does that change with marriage?
What, like the possessive?
Yeah.
Like, see, I don't have that. Like I said, every time I've been cheated on, I just chop up shit.
Baby, no.
Like it's kind of like,
you know what's sick? Even if I feel like that, I'm on principle, my nigga. I'm not groveling. No,
baby, no,
baby. Like no, nigga. Is that crazy?
No, but maybe we the crazy ones.
That's what I'm saying. Cause this niggas out here now. You tripping, nigga? Go get your girl back, or that nigga got me fucked up. Like. I'm seeing you and him. I'm like, nah, fam, y'all can have each other. Like,
if you happy, I'm happy.
Hey, I think mine was just different because, like,
oh,
okay. Yeah, because, like, I don't have like, not that I know of, I don't know, as far as, like, the cheat on thing. But then again, I didn't have, like, a girlfriend. Like, I had a girlfriend when I was in high school. But after that initial girlfriend, everything else was just like folks that I was fooling with. So there was never the expectation that, you know, it should just be
me and you.
Yeah, exactly. So like I don't know if that's like a safe space or whatever, but like it was just more so than I wasn't about to just have to deal with the fact that this one individual takes up so much goddamn space and time. You know, at that point, you know what I mean? So I guess that's probably what it was. But when I later on had girlfriends or whatever, then that was a little bit more like, can I do it? You know, can I have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You know, so like there's a different mental on that one too. So I still didn't have the full commitment where it'd be like if there was cheated on, it's still kind of like, all right, well shit, I guess I didn't have the full commitment on my side. You know what I mean? So like it's still like a something.
Yeah.
You know, to like I think that was like the process a little bit more.
Yeah, people have needs that are unique.
I wonder if that comes down to if that like what you were raised around, because it might hurt you more if your parents have always been together, and they show this certain type of marriage where it looks a certain type of way.
It looks easy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like when you get into this thing and somebody cheats on you, that might hit you a little bit harder. Like, you know. Well, so my example was this way.
We never talked about this, but I always wanted to talk about Molly, the dynamic of Molly's character on Insecure.
Okay.
She's struggling we watched season 1, and I forget how bad her and Issa's fight was in season 1. Like they said some fucked up shit to each other, and when they fell out at the end of season 1.
Oh yeah.
The context of their relationship is hella important as in Molly's character development, right? Mm. So then throughout the next few seasons, Molly really struggles in the relationship department, only to arrive at the space, spoiler alert if anybody ain't watching the show, but only to arrive at the point where she finds out that her dad at one point in time cheated on her mom. Mm-hmm. But the mom and dad are happy where they are currently, and that shit happened years ago.
Yeah, she's stuck on it now.
But because Molly just found out, she's losing it, and like, why you ain't mad at this nigga? And her mom is looking at her like, girl, this shit ain't perfect. Yeah. And this whole time, Molly's character has been trying to find her idea of a perfect partner. And that shit don't exist. That perfectionism shit, and that's why I fuck with Insecure, because of that type of writing. Same with This Is Us. Like,
man,
they're not showing perfect characters. They're not showing even Jack. Like, Jack is this mythical character in the whole storyline, and part of it is his children and his ex-wife reliving that man wasn't perfect. And he'd be the first, if he was here, he'd be the first person to tell you, but because he died
that's what makes him dope.
Everybody romanticizes, but as they go back and relive that character, he going, nah, fam, it was hella mess ups along the way. And so you see Kevin's evolution, you see all of their evolution as people and as individuals, and that's ultimately in the relationship space. Like, man, I gotten a lot of shit wrong, y'all. Keep it a bean. Like, some of my best friends were my partners or people I was pursuing at the time or were dating that I have zero communication with today. That shit's ridiculous. Yeah. But a lot of hurt and a lot of abuse of trust and all that shit went into some of that on both parts. Some in mine and some in theirs. But I'm speaking about solely from the ones that I did that shit, that I was at fault for. And so one of the things that I just vow is like, yo, if I end up in another relationship, I'm gonna start with the truth, because there is something about that first lie that part. You get so far into it, nigga, I can't undo it. It's gonna be too much.
Well, you don't get that back. You know what I mean? Like you only get the chance to have someone. It's not even naivety. Like somebody be pure once. Yep. You know what I mean? Like when you start a relationship with a person, they're only pure initially.
And it's not pure as in a sense of without fault. It's just like, hey, even in the fault, I'm gonna still hit you and be like, yo, this is what the play is. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. So we in on a dialogue, and at the very least, you got a decision in the matter.
Exactly.
And I didn't know how valuable that was until recently, G. And stepping into it and going, hey, this is everything. do what you need to, but this is everything. And if we can start there, there's nothing that I won't come back and just represent on the table. It's like, hey, this is what's taking place right now in real time. Mm-hmm. Because, and again, maybe everybody ain't the same, but what I'm uncovering for myself, like the The true attraction is my ability to show up as myself for good or bad. Like all of the complete version of me. And you go, all right, nigga, we rock it. And it's been dope. Like, it's really been dope because it's like no matter what, it's like, hey, this is what it is. So there's no need to hide nothing. Keep it lit. And I truly mean the good and the bad. That doesn't mean it's easy.
It's not.
It does not mean it's easy. But it also it also makes for a completely another conversation when
It's not easy, but you know how much harder it is to try to keep up a lie? Like, I don't think people put enough, enough stock into the fact that when you're lying and when you're, like, trying to keep somebody in the dark about something, how much work you're putting in and how much, like, you're basically trying to fight against quicksand.
Man.
Like, it's just a constant, like, you're not going anywhere and you're losing stamina. And
you get burnt out.
You're gonna burn yourself the fuck out trying to, like, not live in your entirety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then have somebody that accepts you in your entirety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you get to that point without being real with somebody?
And keep it a being, bruh. Love for real, ain't as fragile as niggas think it is either.
It's strong as fuck.
Love ain't as fragile as niggas think it is, and women for sure. Like, and that's not just, this is speaking from a hetero standpoint,
right.
So not to knock anything, but speaking specifically from experience. Bro, women ain't as fragile, my nigga, so stop that shit. I lie to protect you. Get that shit out of here, my nigga.
I lie because I care.
That's to protect you and you wanting to avoid the tension. Yeah. Nah, go get that static, fam.
Exactly. Who's fragile in that moment?
It's just the shit that we tell ourselves to soften the blow of the ego, and niggas had to learn. I had to lose some amazing people in the process of just being an idiot, you know.
And growing.
And you grow, and you hopefully you don't make the same mistakes and you can rewiring. But that was one of the things I had, brother. The fatigue of rewiring, my nigga. Like. You talked about that keeping up a lie shit. Mm-hmm. The rewiring shit is exhausting. Cause right when you get something, you acquire a new skill. Learning it wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm. Mastering.
Now you gotta master it. Mastering requires a whole reverse engineering process to really understand what it means to be disciplined. Break that shit all the way down now. Ego, bro. I just got it. Now I gotta undo it. Yep. Because I need you to understand. I need you to comprehend it. I need to see what your retention for the information is for real. Because we'll get the real answer when the fatigue sets in. Because when you fatigue, you revert back to all them fucked up habits. It's just as easy as breathing to revert. So keeping that shit in mind, and it's a real mind fuck for real. We got there all the way from your question about being cheated on.
That's why putting someone in, like, karate is super important.
Huh?
Because you get so many of those lessons mentally when it comes to, like, understanding that you're never actually master. You know what I mean? Like, you're constantly in a process of breaking down, building up,
Absolutely.
To break down, to build up, to break
Absolutely.
down. So you're constantly conditioning your mental along with your physical, because they work hand in hand. But the physical is gonna be, you might arrive there faster just by how your whatever your genes are set up as. So your body build and your movements and your natural instincts might be in tune, but your mental is something that you constantly have to work on and constantly have to be beat. You know, it has to be broken down to be built back up. So it's like an interesting thing that'll be, like, super useful and just, like, in life in general, because you understand, like, going into things that you're not the it's not humble, but there's a level of like understanding that of the amount of possibilities. I would say like there's more than one outcome.